Number 8, approval of the purchasing. We have a biddable item 8.1. Seek a motion to
So moved.
do that.
Second.
Okay, comments or questions?
Yeah. Is there any fund or anything that we can offset this cost to abate asbestos?
You mean like
you would think that it would be a public policy question that getting rid of asbestos is a good thing, and someone might have a fund out there to help you get rid of asbestos.
She's here.
Michael,
We can explore it. We can explore that. I don't know. It's abatement is so common now.
You mean environmentally type of fund that would help?
Yeah, one of those environmental things, yeah.
Right.
It would have to be a hazardous cleanup fund of some kind. I don't know in buildings if they.
Take it out, then
No.
it makes it friable and hazardous.
I tell you what, I've been involved in abatement now at least 3-4 times. I can't remember getting funds for them.
You would think building A and B, being that they were built in 1974, are not that old. I'm actually surprised there was asbestos in there.
Yeah, it's in everything.
There's a pivotal date, and it's like
Yeah,
you're going to find it
76.
in buildings
Yeah.
prior to that date.
Yeah.
But I want to know if the master plan had this amount within the budget, or if we're looking at a bigger figure than we anticipated. I want to know how this fit in with what our planning was.
Yeah, we can get you those figures. I don't know if anyone knows them right now off the top. I don't think we anticipated, I do know in talking to David, we hadn't anticipated finding asbestos in some of the places we found it. On the other hand, it didn't appear in some places we had expected it. So whether it matches that, we can get you what was the planned budget amount.
So we never planned on a phase 3, 4, and 5. We originally planned on phase 1 and 2.
I can get you an answer to that too, but as far as I know, this was all part of the planning. I'm simply saying that regarding the budget, we have found asbestos, as I understand it, in places we didn't expect it, and in others we did.
Right here it says that it talks about 1 and 2 is simply B wing in the core, and the 3, 4, and 5 is A wing. I mean, this isn't like an environmental report that's a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. This is, I think, phase 1 and phase 2 that you've identified internally as part of the construction process, right? So, I mean, it doesn't have like a term of art to it. But what I want to know is how good we were in our planning, and is this setting us over?
Yeah,
or
there's no
is this,
budget amount in here.
yeah,
like-
is this in the realm of what we were expecting or not?
Well, as far as we understand from the report that was made, everything is on budget right now.
Correct. Yeah, we did have some money in the budget, but like Dr. Weber said, there were areas that we didn't think were going to have asbestos that actually did have asbestos.
So did we have enough in the budget to cover this?
I don't know for sure, for 100%. I can find out.
Can
though.
somebody
Well,
tell us, or?
well, okay, so all these repairs are really multiple projects.
Correct.
And I think what, in the report you had last month, Dorothy McCarty said to you, everything is on budget. Now, when she says that, she means some things came in less costly than others, and some things were more costly than expected. And believe me, that's true of every construction project that's a renovation, right? So,
Yeah.
but the point is, we're on budget. We'll give you a report. You know, we intend to keep giving you reports on these. We had so many reports today, we didn't want to give you a master plan report.
No,
But, yeah.
but I guess maybe what I,
Oh.
kind of underneath this is, I think it was the last meeting that you said, oh, we used to tell you whether this amount in these purchase requests were in line with the budget or not, and now we've decided that really, if it's okay with you, we don't need to tell you that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, here's the first one I look at, and I think, well, I want to know, was this foreseen? Or is this an expense that is, and I don't care whether the asbestos was in that tile of that ceiling versus
Sure.
that wall over there, but in general, it's good to know whether we're talking about anticipated expenses or whether this
Sure.
is something that's, you know, $250,000 we didn't expect to pay. So Is that,
Sure.
put that on the,
And we can actually get you the line items of
Yeah.
what was in there as opposed to what was spent, so that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, I think additionally too, that was one of the questions that I was asked in my one-on-one meeting with Jerry as to, and I'm very much against not including that budgeted piece in there for the very reason that you're expressing. So if that's a piece of information we want to continue to have, then it should be in there the way we've been working on it.
Yeah, I get it. We can give you that information. My point I'm trying to make is when you get these projects, and it's the same with these, like a renovation project, some things you'll do a bid, for instance. The bid comes in lower in an area, then you include your alternates. I mean, it's kind of a, it's a sort of a complex project. It starts from a larger budget, and then the pieces interact as they move forward. So we can tell you something like that, but what you really need to know as a board is, overall, are we on budget? And I think that's the key thing. The pieces are going to move in and out depending on what they discover when they open another corner, you know.
So you'll include the budgeted amount in future ones.
Yeah, we'll include the budgeted amount with
Thank you.
this one. I'm not sure why. Well, I guess it's because of the point here.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
falls
that's the
under the
point.
master plan
Yeah.
project, so
Yeah.
all this stuff is all part of the master plan project.
Yeah.
So a master plan project as a whole is within budget.
Somewhere somebody had to budget X amount of dollars for this. All I want to know
Very
when I
simple.
look at this is
It's a very
put
simple
in the
request.
budgeted
So
amount.
the answer is technically it would be over budget. Technically,
there
it
you
would be
go.
over budget. But in the scheme of things, in the
But
scheme of
what if we
things,
don't see that
I
it's
saw
over
that
budget?
but we
I
save
understand
money.
now.
Look, in any construction project, one piece of it, in any construction
Let's
project.
argue instead
But
of doing what we
Dr.
want.
Weber, it's a very identifiable line item, so
Sure.
you either budget for this amount or you didn't. You
So
know,
what
and
we
it's
can do is we'll
really
bring you for the
straightforward.
master plan, or we'll send you all the line items from the master plan. You can look at the ones that are in and out of budget, and then we'll tally them at the budget.
No, just put it
right.
in
Just
on
put
this
it there,
piece
right
of
there.
paper like you
Oh,
used to
okay.
do it.
Yeah, well,
Is
I'm
it-
not sure why
what
that
was
isn't.
budgeted?
I'm not sure why it isn't here, on here, but we can do that, sure.
Yeah, yeah, we can get it. And I think this one
Well,
is
Way over there.
a little bit of a
We
one-off
ought to
because
wait on
it's.
approving this until you get it. You don't have to answer.
Well, I think
The money's already been
I
spent.
think this was already bid as a package.
I
Right.
rest my
So this is
case.
just the end of it now. So
It's just a reminder to the board, the project is on time and on budget.
But we still want the budgeted amount.
Yeah, but we will get you a breakdown if you'd like it. of all those.
Just put in the budgeted amount on this piece of paper. Please.
Okay? You
Thank
guys
you.
got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, we understand.
Okay, by the way, the building looks a lot better than it did last month when I was out here.
it's getting there.
A few more crews working.
Yeah,
Yes,
they've stepped up their work.
They are doing longer shifts. They are working Saturdays. We are trying to push them to get that moving along. So.
Excellent.
That's the science project.
Science.
Yes.
Still not the cleanest project I've seen when I looked around at it.
I would agree with that. The windstorm on Friday really didn't help us either. So.
I can imagine. We'll give you some slack on that one. Roll call.
Ms. Mata? Aye. Ms. Kashgarian?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mrs. Olschlager?
Aye.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
No items under non-billable, so we'll move to 8.3, disposal of that worthless equipment.
So moved.
Comments? Roll call.
Ms. Mata? Aye. Ms. Kashgarian? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mrs. Olschlager? Aye. Ms. Paul? Aye. Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye. Item 9, no approval of any grants or contracts tonight, so we'll move on to item 10, which is approval of programs. 10.1, 2017-18 academic calendar. I'm going to seek a motion just on that, please.
So moved.
Comments? Roll call.
Ms. Mata? Aye. Ms. Kashgarian? Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mrs. Olsheimer? Aye. Ms. Paul? Aye. Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
Item 10.2, update of joint agreement with McHenry College. Item 10.3, update of joint agreement with Elgin Community College. 10.4 is the update of the joint agreement with William Rainey Harper College. 10.5 is the update of the joint agreement with Kankakee Community College. And 10.6 is the update of the joint agreement with Oakton Community College. And 10.7, update of joint agreement with Gateway Technical College. So I'll take items 1 through 7, 10.1 to 10.7.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? Roll call.
Ms. Mata?
Aye.
Ms. Kashbarian?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mrs. Olsheimer?
Aye.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
10.8 is the update of joint agreement with Triton College. I'll seek a motion for that, please.
So moved. We actually send students to Triton College. They don't want to go.
Yeah.
I got a little bus that takes them right back. 94.
Bill picks them up.
Bill
South
picks them up,
Lake
yeah.
drives them down.
They're good tuition over there. Did I get a second on that? Well, I was interrupted by Chucky. Roll call.
Ms. Mata?
Aye.
Ms. Kashbarian?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Abstain.
Mrs. Olsheimer?
Aye.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
You know what they're doing.
11, approval of human resource recommendations. Note that we are holding 11.1.2 through 4, although it's one item, terminations, and 11.3.2 full-time employment, which is the vice president's contract for closed session. So let's see, did I get all of that? So that's 11.1 first. We're going to hold 11.1.2. Okay, and 4. And we will hold 11.3.2 when we get to that.
Take all of them, except the held ones? Is that
No, I'm going to take, I know, I was just checking my notes. I'm going to take 11.1 retirements and terminations with that hold, and 11.2 positions, additions, reclassifications, deletions of vacant positions. Okay?
So moved.
Okay. Need a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Are we having discussion?
Oh, discussion, sorry.
Did they spell this name right? Haney? Really? Really? Okay. That's why error.
Could be, could be. Okay, any other questions, comments? Roll call.
Ms. Mata?
Aye.
Ms. Kashbarian?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mrs. Olsheimer?
Aye.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
Now 11.3 full-time employment, and again, we're holding 11.3.2. Go on to 11.4 part-time employment, 11.5 promotions and transfers, and 11.6 staff benefits. Seek a motion on all of those, please. Comments? Roll call.
Ms. Mata?
Aye.
Ms. Kashbarian? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mrs. Olsheimer?
Aye.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
And section 12 is the closed meeting. For the reasons I mentioned earlier, we'll go into closed session, and a roll call is required. The motion first, take the roll call afterwards. Second? Roll call.
Ms. Mata?
Aye.
Ms. Kashbarian? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mrs. Olsheimer?
Aye.
Ms. Paul? Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
I would take a short break and come back in the closed session.